Good morning, everybody. How you doing? I obviously have just come back from an unbelievable course down in Essex. What an eye-opener. As they say, you don't know what you don't know. It really was a truly remarkable experience, and it's actually nice. I've done hundreds of courses over the years, and it's actually quite difficult to, as I'm sure you know, to find something new and something that totally inspires you in a way like this did for me. And it's very focused, obviously, on how to make money and how to use social media, etc. But what was really interesting for me from the health perspective was that all the challenges are the same. So, for example, you may be talking about setting up a new business, or and somebody will tell you that won't work. You'll not be able to do that. That's quite common. We get the naysayers in our family and in our friends, and that's not being mean. That's just the way it goes. Very often, the people that closest to us just can't see our potential. So it's so interesting for me to hear that, if you want to start a new business, if you want to make a lot of money, then the chances are you actually have to find a new tribe. So that might be quite normal. That might seem quite normal to everyone. But if you've done it, sorry, I'm trying to get this shared. But if you've never done it, you might not realise that sometimes people can bring your dreams down. So we did a really great exercise around that exact thing. Who's in your inner circle, your sort of warm circle, and then your outer circle? And are they positive or negative? Will they bring you up or will they bring you down? And actually quite an interesting exercise to do for a million different reasons. Who is actively bringing you up and who's actively bringing you down? So for me, in my world, for healing, if I have somebody that comes diagnosed stage 3 or stage 4, and I know perfectly well it can be reversed, changed, or even lived with to some degree, that the prognosis you get very often is not correct or accurate. So, but if you go home and you tell people, they'll say, oh, you can't heal that. The doctor says you can't do that. You can't heal this. You can't heal that. You'll have all the naysayers around you. And I mean, it's changing. There's no doubt about it. It's definitely changing. But if you are trying to heal something that you've been told is unhealable, you absolutely must be around people that believe you can do it. And because I think, they didn't go into this in the course, but I think we're actually affected at a cellular level by other people's energy. And if they're looking at you and you're saying, I'm going to try and heal this, I'm going to make an attempt to turn this round, even if I can get another year, even if I get another 10 years, whatever it is, somebody will say, or they might not even say it, but you can feel it from them. You can feel it that they don't believe, the non-believers. So that's why we know statistically people that emigrate tend to do better, because they don't have any of these naysayers around them. And we all change, right? So maybe 10 years ago, it wouldn't have been a possibility, but now with the level of education and understanding that we have, we've changed completely as our perceptions and our beliefs around who we are and what the body is become much, much clearer. And for me now, I just can't believe that anybody goes to the doctor to get fixed, because you're just like, do you not understand how incredible the body is? It's an electromagnetic field of energy being affected and infected by everything you think, feel, believe, do, and perceive, which is perhaps the most important thing. We live in a subjective and not an objective reality. And when we perceive things, we perceive them how we are, the emotional state that we are in. So this course, I cannot recommend it highly enough. It blew my mind, because I was watching them present with this level of confidence and understanding and this full-blown guarantee that if you do this, you will get this. Now, that can be very very easy to do in wealth. It's quite simple. You turn up, you do that, you get that. It's easy to measure. Whereas with health, well, for a start, are you actually doing it? Do you have a coach? Because this is what became crystal clear to me, was that unless you have somebody way better than you helping you, then the chances are you're not going to succeed. So, I mean, that's actually quite obvious. If you were wanting to compete in the Olympics, you would have a coach, wouldn't you? And this idea that we have to do it all ourselves, and, you know, I think if you've been in business, at some point you have to do it all yourself. You don't have the money or the resources to pay other people to do it. But what is clear to me now, and I don't know why it wasn't clear to me before, is that I know on a personal level, if you're trying to heal something, you need a good tribe around you, a tribe of believers and a really positive mindset. But what I hadn't really thought was that having a coach keeps you accountable. Hanging about with people that know you can do it brings you up on the days that you'll be down, which will inevitably happen. And it just, everything they were saying resonated in my world of, I know you can heal yourself. They know they can turn you into a very rich person. How rich you want to be, could be, can be, will be, is up to you. And it's the same with health. How healthy and joyful and inspirational do you want to be? And how are you going to get from here to here? And very, very well taught strategies to do that. There clearly is a financial investment to be made, but there's all different levels of financial investment. And this is what we need. We need an investment. And I'm going to change my health picture because I'm fed up being tired. I'm fed up walking about in a body that feels sore and heavy. I don't want to live under the shadow, the oppression of a prognosis. That means things have got to change. We need to change. We need to stop looking out there and start looking in here and invest in ourselves. So what became clear to me, of course, our mission, educate, inspire, support. When it comes to health, if you turn up at the doctor or the oncologist or whoever it is, specialist, and they say you're incurable, terminal, aggressive, it's non-treatable, non-operable, all these horrific things that people hear that strike terror into the heart, that say, oh, I'm going to die. But it might not be for another 30 years yet, but it strikes fear into the heart, which can, for some people, not very many, make them go, I'm not having this. I'm going to educate myself. I'm going to research. I'm going to take action. I'm going to find a coach. I'm going to find somebody who'll help me. So that's the same thing as if you're like, right, my business isn't working. I need to find somebody who'll help me, somebody who's better at it, somebody that knows what to do, and then I'll do it. Then the finger, of course, points back to you. I can tell you what to eat. I can tell you what not to eat. Will you eat it? Maybe for a few weeks, maybe for a few months, then you get fed up and you revert back. Because what we tend to do is we do pretty close to what everybody else in our circle's doing. And they say that your wealth is the average of your, 6, 7 closest people, but so can your health be. So, and some people we have to be with, and some people we don't have to be with. So we really have to start being a lot more mindful. If you're trying to heal, reverse anything that has a scary prognosis, you need to make sure you're with the right people. Why? Well, first of all, it'll be a lot more fun. Second of all, you'll have the continued support. This is what we're going to do at the Health Hub. We're going to create a place where you can come and you can plug in to the energy of hope, the energy of faith, and you can unplug from the energy of fear and doom, gloom, and disaster. And the more you do that, the more you charge yourself up at this level of hope, faith, I can, then the easier it's going to get. And the more of us that do it, easier it becomes. And what these guys have done at business, big business entrepreneurs, they had lots of people there who have turned their lives around financially. And I'm like, they're doing what I need to do. They're doing it with wealth. I'm going to be doing it with health. And the more wealth I can generate for Heal Scotland, the more wealth we can educate, inspire and support about in the country and beyond. Because it was so interesting, a young girl came up to me yesterday and she said, I love what you're doing, it's amazing. Who's doing your social media? I'll do it for you. That's the level when people really align with your purpose and they're like, this is not a hobby. This is not even a business. This is a mission. What happens if we don't change? What happens if our stats, which are health stats, which are the worst in the world, drug deaths, suicides, cancers, etc. What are we just going to sit about and hope it doesn't happen to us? Or are we going to take active action to decrease and move our health trajectory in the opposite direction by doing simple things, cold water, intermittent fasting and fasting, learning how to breathe. The breath is the key to changing your chemistry, changing your body temperature up and down. It doesn't need to go from ice to sauna. It can go from a hot water bottle to hands in ice. There's ways to do it. You start gently. Because what happens now is like, hi Clara, how you doing? Hope to see you at the weekend. And I need to talk to you about the next fast as well. You don't need to go all in extreme. You don't need to go straight into an ice bath for 10 minutes if that terrifies the living daylights out you and you've had heart attacks, etc. And people have made you terrified of your own body. You don't have to. You start somewhere. Terrified of breath work. It absolutely astounds me that people are too scared to breathe. What? How is that even possible? Oh, that's dangerous, that breath work. You're like, oh my God, do one. Please get out my sight. I can't even bear that you're that scared of your own body. You're scared to breathe. And if you are scared to breathe, do a 1-to-1. Go gently. You're a grown-ass adult, probably, if you're listening to this. You can breathe at your own pace. The breath work is the key. The secret to connect to other dimensions, to source, to unconditional love. That is your way there. And if you're too scared right now to do it, but you would love to do it, do a 1-to-1. Of course, trauma can come out. That's why we do it, to get rid of all that outdated old information. But now we've got all this, that's really dangerous the way they do it. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do this. Oh my God, it drives me insane. Stopping people from tapping in to that power of love, that source energy, that blueprint for health. So if you are that person that you've been told, oh, you know, that ice can be cold, oh, that breath work can be cold, oh, you need to be careful when you're fasting. These are the people you need to get away from. Now, I'm not saying you just go into a 5-day water fast today if you're very toxic and unwell. Of course, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying you do a big advanced breath work if you're absolutely terrified of trauma and your feelings and your body. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is all of these things. Now, I ran, 18 retreats last year. I've just done 6 in Skye. I'm about to do another 5 in Cretan. I run retreats. So I see this every single day. I watch people. The breath work and the cold, I have to tell you, even if you don't want to do it, but particularly the breath work is key to connecting to the divine, to source, to love. I'm sorry, you can do it with plants, you can do it with drugs, you can do it other ways, you can probably even do it a little bit with wine. Smoking, the breath is where it's at, and the more you breathe that body, the braver you are, because this work takes courage. You're breaking away from the flock of people who are too scared to breathe, too scared to change their body temperature. I'm sorry, but that's what we're dealing with. And there's people that love the risk-averse people that love to tell, oh, what's the contraindication for that? Oh, you better not do that. These are the people you absolutely need to stay away from. If somebody's trying to scare you around your own body, oh, you better not try that. Oh, you better get your doctor's advice. How much power are we giving away? It's absolutely ludicrous. How did we get to a place in this world where we thought we can't stay alive without drugs? What a great bloody story we've been sold, eh? What a lot of bollocks, honestly. So anyway, there I am down at this course. I am buzzing. And I'm just like, this is it. Who do you want to be around? You want to be around the people that are willing to change, they're willing people that are willing to get uncomfortable. Oh, but they're a bit uncomfortable. Good. Get uncomfortable. Is the cold uncomfortable? Aye. I love the heat. But do I know it helps my body? Yes. Am I willing to help my body, this sacred vehicle that allows us to experience life on air? Absolutely. This is the thing that carries me around. I'm 66 this year. Imagine. See what they did? They gave you a box with 80 squares in it, and every square was a year. So I'm there in my 67th out of 80 years, because that's the kind of average. I couldn't care less, because I have a very, very nice relationship with death. But that really affected people. Where are you in your life, and what are you doing, and what needs to change in order for you to change and for everything around you to change? With the burgeoning rates of disease that we have, another 800-900 diagnosed this week, an increase in the under 50s of over 63% in certain cancers in the last 10 years. I am sorry, I'm not sitting about waiting for what? A politician to come and help you fix it? A pharmaceutical person or a doctor can't fix you, because that's not the way the body works. You're a magnificent energy system that's holding information around your past. The body holds the score, and the body's communicating to us. And it's trying to tell us, help me here. Help me to stay alive. Because sometimes I think we are doing our best, helped by the big corrupt tech companies. They're poisoning us. I've got a biofeedback machine. I can see right into your soul, literally, with that thing. All the information the body's carrying, thanks to the goons that we have given our power away to in politics and the economy. And we need to stop blaming, shaming and complaining, because it doesn't work and it poisons our cells. We need to go, right, we're just going to change things. We're going to do it another way. That's what we're going to do. We're going to reconnect to nature. And what we're doing at the Hub, we've got an open day on Saturday. I really, really hope you'll come along and learn. Maybe you've tried loads of drugs. Some people in 30, 40 pills a day. Oh, I'm judging. Please come and learn about biotherapies. The natural way, how light, how electromagnetic energy and how oxygen can transform your health. And, you may not go from stage 4 to completely healed, but you maybe go from somebody who's been diagnosed stage 4 who feels hopeless to somebody like that's like, oh, so there's lots of things I can do. Okay. I can't promise anybody's going to live. I can't promise I'm going to live. I could drop dead today. That's just the way of it, isn't it? But what we can guarantee is that today will be nicer, because we've got hope and we're looking for solutions, and we're not diving and dwelling in the absolute mire of hopelessness and lack of faith. We're energy beings. We're divine in nature. We have unlimited potential. And when I watch these guys on stage, so passionate and so confident that if you do what they tell you, they can make you a millionaire. If you want to be one, you might not. But if you did, and you bought the coaching with them, they will absolutely ensure that you become one. Their products come with a financial guarantee. Hi, Charlotte, how you doing? So, and I'm like, but I can't say to you, if you do this, you will definitely get a result. Why? Because I don't really know whether you'll do it or not. If you do it, what is your karma? So it's not quite as easy to say, if you do this, you'll get this much wealth. If you do this, you'll get this much health. What I absolutely 1,000,000% can guarantee is, if you are around believers and people that live in faith and potential, you will feel better. And when you feel better and stop excreting the stress hormones into your body, you will live longer. Will you heal? I don't know. I'm not God. A wee bit maybe. But it's absolutely the power within us to believe. Now, Jennifer Main and I are going live on Monday morning at 9 o'clock. Theta healing. Learn it. If you're not healing, it's because of your subconscious beliefs. Now, you know that I bang on about that all the time. What are you believing? And because people say to me, yeah, I believe I can heal. No, all I can hear is rattle, rattle, rattle. No, you don't. This involves real transparency, real willingness to face the fears. Yeah, I don't want to die. I don't want to suffer. Yeah, get it all out from under the carpet. What are your deepest, darkest fears? Let's look at them, because they're not real. You're making an assumption based on the past and projecting it into the future. And we know, I can help you with that, hands down, in 5 minutes, to shift your perception. But what I do know, and what I really got from the big business entrepreneurs, they team you up. They give you the tribe of success. They give you the people that have already done it, and that's what we're going to do. Everybody who's got a dodgy diagnosis or a horrible prognosis, we all come together and we all talk and we all focus on solutions. And maybe, maybe you're not going to live. Maybe you've got to make peace with dying. Maybe you think, well, I would actually like today to be nicer, because just for today, can we make it nicer? Categorically, yes, we can. So that's what I got from that course. Absolute clarity in what I have to do to lead and support all you guys that understand that drugs and surgery are absolutely not the long-term solution to vitality and joy. And in actual fact, can be taking you away from that. It's a dark, dark force that has infiltrated our health care, that can really take you away from your joy for life. But you have to play an active part in that. I mean, I'm not saying to anybody, stop all your meds today, wait till tomorrow. No, I'm not joking. You would have to wean yourself off. Some meds are so addictive and so dangerous. They can take a long time to be weaned off. Oh, you've just started an alpha course, Charlotte. Brilliant, brilliant. Yeah, so we're, I've got exciting news. I don't want to tell you today, but such exciting news about who's coming to the academy and what we're going to be doing. It's like, So now I can see it, right? We've got the biotherapies. We can lift people out of take them out of red into orange, and then hopefully up into green. Get their, brilliant, Charlotte, that's awesome. We need to talk about it, we need to catch up properly. Yeah, and in the recovery world, which I work quite a lot in, I know a lot of people, a lot of my friends that have come into the recovery world, I think that's where it's at. The people that have been shafted by the system forever, the systems, I don't know whether they were ever brought in with the right heart, but realistically now, you're powerful, electromagnetic, sentient, sovereign being, and you've been sold a lie. We all have. And now we're waking up going, oh my God. The fear comes in, right? Because we don't like to change. What happens if I stop this, if I don't do that? The doctor said I'll die if I don't do this. And do your own research. You invest in yourself. Be sensible about it. You don't come off all your meds until you've got other strategies in place, that you're hydrated, your essential fat profile's up, your microbiome's balanced. You're actually much more confident in the magnificence of your body. All of that and more. Anyway, listen, I need to go because I've got a lot of exciting things to do today. And I just wanted to come on while I was still on this like total buzz. And, Jonathan Kennett, who's created the Health Hub, has done me and Scotland one of the biggest favours we could ever imagine. He's created a place and we've got biotherapies, beautiful state-of-the-art biotherapies. He's made an incredible job of this Health Hub. Please come and see us on Saturday. I'll be on at 10:30, Heal Together, because what we're looking at now is Heal Scotland's Scotland, right? But I cannot do this alone. There's hundreds and thousands of great people out there doing incredible work. We want to be the umbrella and bring them all together and support them and collaborate. It's not a competition. We need to have our people out of suffering. The suffering, a cancer diagnosis, you imagine that, another 800-900 this week? The pain that goes into all the families. So we need to take the fear out of it. We have to, because we cannot allow the powers that be that may not have our best interests at heart to drag us further down into the dark. We need to break free and start focusing where we want to go, which is zero suicides, zero cancer rates, zero type 2 diabetes. These things are possible when we pull together. That may seem out with your mindset right now. Trust me, it's quantum physics. When enough of us get it, enough of us will get it, and we'll bring everybody up. Wow, Charlotte, quite the journey for you, eh? Listen, ping me a message and let's have a good chat. So I want to really, really hope to see you on Saturday at the Health Hub. Jonathan will be speaking. I'll be speaking. Lauren will be speaking. She's a powerhouse. We want to help your business. We just learned a lot of stuff that we're going to be taking into our business membership, the Heal Scotland, the Heal Together Circle community. We're going to be giving you the skills. We're going to be giving you all the information that you need. Neil McEnroy, who's an economist, said to me years ago, he said, if you don't address the economy, you won't address the health. And it hit me right here, because we know that poor health is intrinsically linked to poor wealth. And when we can bring people, when they come out of the poverty, their health improves. Why? Because they're not stressed out the box. So we have to address this together. So all the sole traders out there that are working, trying to do everything themselves, we're going to tribe up. If you're open, not everybody's ready and willing. I get that. Some people are still scared to share. But when we share, that's when we create this power grid of energy where we will transform the health of this nation. That is a quantum fact. Anyway, hope you're all having a wonderful Saturday, and I will chat to you all very, very soon. Have a great weekend. Ciao.